Yeah, on the animal space, V-I-C-E, cause no vice is strong enough to go against.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy, Novice. I like the art here. This is my beautiful stairwell. I'm tired of having these conversations. I'm tired of failing. I've been working on a song called Dopamine. And I keep coming close, and I just haven't quite found the right sound for it just yet. And what it is my letter outlining my frustrations with this addiction. I'm so tired of letting it control me. I'm so tired of having these conversations of feeling strong and feeling good and then feeling weak and giving in and relapsing and failing, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the cycle. I'm sick of the shame. I'm sick of hurting other people with it, and I'm sick of having to tell other people that I messed up. And that's where a lot of my problems have started. Is I hate failing. I hate feeling weak, and so then I'll make things worse by lying about it. I can't do that anymore. So I'm not lying anymore, but it means that I'm also disappointing people even more with the truth. And the truth is that when that dopamine withdrawal hits and I'm feeling triggered, there's a part of me that doesn't want to get better, because I've just been doing what's been easiest my whole life, not what's right. And there's a part of me that wants to try to figure out how to live with both, how to have my cake and eat it too. And I know that that can't happen, not with a healthy and productive and meaningful life. And that can't happen if I'm going to make this relationship work. So I have to quit. That's a lot easier said than done. Because if I could just snap my fingers and be done, then this wouldn't be an issue. This would have been resolved a long time ago. So it's very disheartening. I went 14, 15 days, one of my longest streaks ever. And when I relapsed, I was so hurt and so disappointed in myself for messing up and allowing that to happen. I was so hard on myself that it created even more stress and more anger and more anxiety, which is self-destructive, because then that makes your withdrawal symptoms worse. It makes your mind crave the dopamine as a form of escape more. I want to escape the way that I'm feeling. And that dopamine high lets you do that for a few moments, and then you feel it even worse afterwards. And so it's a negative feedback loop, and it's a downward spiral, because you can't spiral laterally. You're either going up or you're going down. And I've been going down. And in trying to nurture the spiritual pillar that's required, I've been praying more and reading some Bible verses and trying to absorb some faith-based content on overcoming this. And the more that I've leaned into that relationship with God and that side of spirituality, the worse that it's been for me in terms of actually overcoming this addiction. And you can look at that in a few ways. One being that I was much more successful when I was purely looking at the physiological point of view, understanding the neuroscience behind it. The other, and I don't love this take just because it sounds like an excuse, and so it feels like an excuse. And I don't like making excuses. But the other take is that looking at a lot of stories from the Bible, there's a lot of stories of men dealing with lust. You've got King David, a man after God's own heart, who was tempted when he saw Bathsheba bathing on the roof, so much so that he had somebody killed. And this is a man after God's own heart. Samson, who had all the strength in the world but gave it up for a woman who betrayed him. There's even a lot of speculation about the Apostle Paul and the thorn in his side being the lust and temptation. And the Apostle Paul has some of the most writings about dealing with lust and spirituality and being faithful through temptation. So there's a lot of precedent for this in the Bible. And the philosophy that I've heard is that if you find that you are incredibly tempted, if you find that this is something that you really, really struggle with, instead of asking God to take this away from you, look at what am I to learn from this? How can I use this to see what God's plan is for me? The idea is that the devil is going to try to tempt and corrupt those that he sees as the biggest threat. In other words, if that's something that you deal with, recognize that means that you probably have enormous potential in the kingdom of God and in bringing others closer to the faith and representing Christ. And so take pride in that, a healthy, righteous pride, and you know, how can I take this and use it for the better? But either way, it still has to do with overcoming. And right now I'm really struggling to overcome. And I'm so tired of hurting people with this. So wherever you're at, I hope that you're doing a lot better than I am. Trying to stay in the good habits of doing some sort of a video journal every day. I'm still doing the 30-day challenge, even though I failed several times. I couldn't bring myself to restart that. But I'm still cold showers every day, still exercising at least 30 minutes every day, meditating. I always feel better when I do meditate for at least 5 minutes each morning. But I need help, or I'm going to lose everything. And I can't do that. So, if you're in that same boat, or if you have been in that same boat, let me know. I want to hear from you. Please, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, ring the bell, all that. Remember, you will die. So remember to live, remember to love, and remember truth. I will see you in the next one. Peace! I've been working on a piece, on a musical. I don't